Well, greetings from Texas. It's the Wisdom Chat for the Curious show, and we are delighted to be here. It's Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. on Central Time, and we have a fantastic lineup for you today. So let me get right to the introductions. I'm Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe, and Marian LaSalle is my partner. Say hi, Marian.
Hi, Marian.
And we have our favorite Peggy Sue Skipper. Say hello, Peggy.
Hi, everybody.
Yay. And here's our surprise guest. This is Felicia Weiss. She is the lady who invented, if you want, founded Wellness Expo in the Dallas area 26 years ago. Wasn't that right, Felicia?
Yes, yes.
And she is here with us today because she had her show in Dallas this past weekend. And we are so tickled. We want to know all about it. So let's turn it over to Felicia and tell us how wonderful the show was.
You know, it was incredible. We were all so happy to be there. Exhibitors were thrilled, attendees were so happy, and people wore masks, and there were sanitizing stations everywhere. And the staff was great, cleaning constantly. You know, we all felt really safe and really happy, and it was just amazing to see so many wonderful people. Or Joy Koff was there. She had been on this show before with Miracles of Joy, and she'll be at the Houston Expo September 5th and 6th, and she was doing her aura photos. And you know, they're just amazing. She not only does the photos, she gives you the interpretation. And then she also did a workshop there, and she'll be doing one in Houston as well. It's a walking One with Spirit gallery that they're going to be offering on Saturday, September 5th from 5 to 7. And that is in addition to the expo. It's a $20 fee for that part. And then Terry Groom was there, and she was on this
Oh,
show
we
as
love
well.
Terry. Yes.
Love Terry. I love getting readings with Terry. She can connect you with your guides and angels and people who've passed. And I always feel like my mom is right there when she's talking with me and telling me things. So she does life coaching from the other side, and she's going to be giving a talk there on creating space in an imperfect world, and that'll be free as part of being at the Houston Wellness Expo. And then she's going to be doing a 2-hour workshop on Sunday, September 6th, called It's a Walking with Spirit Gallery. And that one's also $20. But I love Terry. I always love seeing her. My daughter got a reading with her for the first time and was just in awe. And Beth Carpenter was there, and she's going to be in Houston.
Oh, God, I love Beth Carpenter.
Yeah, you know
I
Beth.
love all these ladies that you're talking about.
I do too. It was magical being with all of them. And Beth is a naturopathic doctor. And then she also offers readings and healings. And she's got this energetic skincare line that she invented. And what was neat is she puts this little drop of this special essential oil on the inside of your mask to help you breathe better. And she did that for me, and I could really tell the difference. I mean, it really helps. Yeah, and she'll be giving a talk in Houston on chakra clearing and healing. And then she'll also be doing readings and have her skincare products. And then Yair Ferenson, it's Gaer, and it's pronounced Yair. And in fact, she's going to be on the radio show here with you July 28th.
Yeah.
But Yair was there, and she calls herself the transitional doula. And I love her. She's a starseed energy healer, and then she's also a psychic medium. And I've had readings with Yair as well, and she's incredible, really amazing. And then I saw Sherry Davis. She's with the Healing Charm, and she'll be at the Houston Wellness Expo as well. And what's neat about Sherry, she has diffuser jewelry sets, and then she also has these essential oil inhalers, and I actually got some of these. They're made with Himalayan salt as well as essential oils. And this one here is to help with pain. You just inhale, and then this one is to help you breathe better. So that was really neat. I'm excited about that. And then she, also has her beautiful jewelry that she makes herself. And And I love that. And then I met a new woman, Tara Nichols, and she's got a company called Cosmic Artillery. And she's going to be at the Houston Wellness Expo. And she's got lots of gems and minerals. And this was kind of neat. Tony got this. It's like a little bottle of gold leaf. And this is a little bottle of silver. And these were $8 each. I mean, they were so inexpensive. So I thought that was really neat. And then he even got this copper heart from her, which was pretty cool.
That's pretty.
Yeah, and then even Sherry went over to Tara to get some of her stones so she can make jewelry out of them. So she also had lots of stones, and so that'll be really fun. And then Vanita Papillon, she'll also be in Houston, and she's with a company called Healy. This is like a new thing, and it's a wearable medical device. And so what it does is it uses individual frequencies to help balance your mind and body and help you with stress. So that'll be interesting to meet Vanita and learn more about this device. And then Paula Reed, I love Paula. I've known her for over 20 years, and she does the Beamer. And so she was there with her Beamer, and you get to try it, and you can feel it. What I like with the Beamer is you can set it to either energize you or to help you relax. So you decide. And you can really feel the difference. And then what was neat is Paula had some air purifiers from this company called Valera. It used to be EcoQuest, and it used to be Alpine before that. And I've had my Alpine device for 25 years. And it puts negative ions into the air. Like, after a thunderstorm, how you can smell.
Or you go to the beach and you feel so good. Yeah.
Yes. And then this is one you just put like in your bathroom or something, and you push the button, and for 30 minutes it goes, and you can smell the difference. It's so wonderful. So she'll have both of those, the Beamer and Valera, the products there. And let's see what else. We also had Christopher Maris and Stephanie Graham. And in fact, they're going to be on the radio show here. And they have this device called an Avacin 100. And it helps you with pain relief. And it's an FDA cleared class 2 device. And you get to try it when you're there. So that's really amazing. And then there were a few people who aren't going to be at the Houston Expo, but they have websites. And so I thought people might want to go visit their website. This guy, Warren Hazen, his website is millennium-products.com. And Millennium is MILLENNIUM. So -products.com. And he had this Shungite pyramid. And I don't know if people are familiar with Shungite. Are you guys familiar with that?
Yes.
Okay. It helps with, it's supposed to be 2 billion years old. It's a mineral. And what it does is it helps like with radiation and 5G. You're supposed to like put it under your bed. And so I've been doing that since I got this on Saturday.
What's that, Lady Lou?
I got to have one of those.
I know. Well, go to his website. I mean, this was $60, but he also has pendants made of shungite and things that are like $35 and includes the shipping. I thought that was amazing. And then on my cell phone, I put this he gave me this, I bought this thing. See the Z there, this little black? This is to help protect you from the 5G as well. And again, you can get that on his website. This one was like $34.95, includes the shipping, and you just feel protected. And then he also has this UV wand. I don't know if you've heard like ultraviolet light cleans for germs, and you can take it to a hotel with you and do it over the bed, make sure that nothing's going to bother you. And he's got those to clean and disinfect surfaces. So that was really neat. And then I met this wonderful woman, Debbie Andriacci, and she's with grandmascupboard.net.
Oh, cute.
She makes a lot of she's a sweet older woman. She makes a lot of her own all-natural products for your body, your health, and your home. And her products are so reasonably priced. So if you go to grandmascupboard.net, I got this one here. It's called Magic Cream. It was only $10. And what it does is it has all these essential oils, and it helps like if you're bitten by a mosquito or you have a rash or for eczema. And in fact, I was bit by a mosquito after I bought this, and I've been using it, and it really, really helps. And then she has this other one that's for muscle aches and pains, which I thought was wonderful. And then I even got this one. This is like, you can get all her things either in an oil or a cream. And this is Keep Away, and this is to help keep the mosquitoes away, which is very important, as we know. But I just had so much fun. You learn about new things at the expo. You meet wonderful people. You get some readings. You have energy healing. I mean, it's just incredible. Really, it was magical.
It sounds like it was a great time. So
yes.
So it all went off. It was kind of dicey as to whether or not it was going to happen or not. But it sounds like all precautions were taken, and people.
Yeah.
People were doing what they were supposed to be doing and still having a good time.
We didn't hug.
Oh, I know, right?
Missed. We were like, oh.
Elbow bump.
We did a few elbow bumps. We waved a little bit.
I've seen the heel to heel, kick up your heel and the other person kicks up their heel. I've seen the elbow and and the faux high five, where you're not really,
Right. But it was so important. I kept thinking, how can we not have a wellness expo during a pandemic? I mean, it just feels essential to me. And there were some wonderful talks as well, which I really, one woman was a therapist and she came and talked about how to manage the depression and anxiety from COVID, which I thought was so helpful for people. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think people need to hear that there is hope.
So,
yes. It was very uplifting at a time when I think people had been feeling so isolated and just so happy to get out and to be with each other. And it was such a safe environment. I mean, I think it's like if you can go to Costco and you can go to Walmart, you can come to the Wellness Expo. That's what felt so good to all of us.
And you're going to see friends.
So you're pretty much going to duplicate that for Houston, right?
Exactly. The Lone Star Convention and Expo Center in Conroe is actually the third largest convention center in the Houston area. So it's again, just like the Irving Convention, it's quite large. And so we'll be able to do the social distancing and have exhibitors, separated. The speaker room, we're going to make sure chairs are set farther apart. And we're going to ask people to please wear a mask, unless you have a medical condition, that prohibits that, that, and then they have all the sanitizing stations and procedures, they're wonderful at the Lone Star Convention and Expo Center. They've actually started up again doing events for at least the past month.
Oh, they have? Oh, well,
yeah. Yeah. And they said it's been going quite well.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yes.
Good to hear.
Yes,
and of course, we've still got a month and a half before Labor Day.
That's right.
And just to remind everybody, it is September 5th and 6th, Labor Day weekend, Lone Star Convention Center in Conroe. And Felicia, are there still free tickets out there?
Yes, if you go to wellnessexpo.net, you can still reserve a free ticket. And about 2 or 3 weeks before, you'll be able to go there and download the program guide. You'll be able to see who's speaking, what time they're talking, who's going to be exhibiting, and we always put together a wonderful speaker program. What I like to do is divide it up into like a third of the talks have to do with holistic medicine. Someone talking about what are good supplements for you to be taking, what are some breakthroughs. We had a doctor talking about stem cell therapy, which is just amazing. In fact, Joy had done that, and she said it helped with her neck pain. And stem cell therapy has really come a long way, and it's quite good now. And so, 1/3 of the holistic medicine talks, and then 1/3 I like the personal growth, again, like how to manage the anxiety and depression from COVID, or, how to
or life in general, for that matter.
Life in general, exactly. And then the last third is the metaphysical, which is one of my favorites. We have people connecting you to your loved ones in spirit, or to your guides and angels, or giving you angel messages. And that kind of thing is just magical, really mad. The stories we hear, it's amazing. So I love that part. Yeah.
Well, I'm just delighted that it all turned out so well and that you happen to be available to come on this evening and share this with us. Because I think, I do think that so many people are ready to do something.
We have to find a way to manage all of this. I mean, this could go on for a very long time. And, how long can you sit at home and do nothing?
Yeah, it was funny because when this first happened, we all thought it was going to be a couple of weeks. We thought, oh, okay, well, okay, we'll just sit and relax in front of the TV for a couple of weeks and we'll be good.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Now they're saying it probably won't get back to normal, the start of normal, until next year, this time next year. And so we do have to be prepared for that. I mean, there's some pretty big changes that have already happened. And some of the fear that's setting in, I think we do need to find a way to deal with that, because fear, as you all know, can really wreak havoc on everybody, including everybody around you, your neighbors. Everybody can be affected by your fear. And so I don't think fear is necessary. I think we just, like you said, need to figure out a way to handle it, to have another path, a plan B, shall you say. Like like if you've been laid off, or you think you probably are going to be laid off, then you need to start, looking for alternatives for finding another type of job that you could work from home, say. And if your kids can't go to school, then you need to figure out how to lock them in a room without hearing them scream.
I heard one joke, someone saying, Alexa, please homeschool the children.
What was that? My mom heard on the news this morning. She was telling me that some parent had asked if the kids were going to be home and they were going to be homeschooling, were they going to get paid for it?
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know how the parents who are working and homeschooling the children, I don't know how they're doing that.
I know. It's just amazing what, but we're all finding new ways to be.
I have one suggestion for people that work from home, and that is find a place like where I work. It's called Office in America here in the Houston area, but it can be anywhere. So there's very few people going right now. So you plenty of room. They have private offices where if let's say you need at least 2 hours or maybe 4 hours just to get away and have a quiet place to work with strong internet. They have coffee there. They have private rooms. They have high-speed internet, everything you need to work. And so you could think about doing something like that if you need some good quiet time. Say you're going to have a conference on Zoom and you really can't have the kids and the dogs screaming and barking, Right. It's an alternative. It doesn't have to be every day. They rent them by the hour.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good to know. I mean, that's just another way people can do things differently. So
yes.
But you were talking earlier about fear, and I think it's very important as we move through. And I just have to say, if we have to learn to live with COVID, we'll learn to live with COVID. Just like we've learned to live with AIDS. I mean, AIDS is still here.
And no vaccine.
And no vaccine.
People waiting for the vaccine.
That's
it
right.
may never come.
It may never come. But we are living with it. Now, the difference being that AIDS not as contagious as COVID is. So, but still, we'll find ways to live with it. We'll have to.
Yeah, I met someone over the weekend who said their grandmother lived through the Spanish flu. And she said for about 3 years, they had to wear masks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this Dr. John Campbell, I listened to him. He's on YouTube. He's got like 500,000 followers. He's from England. And he does a video every single day, and he tells you the research from all around the world. I mean, he's excellent. And he started saying back in January, this is a pandemic. We need to be wearing masks. I don't know why they're not calling it a pandemic. But he said, when you consider maybe 5 or 10% of the people have gotten this, he said, we're early in this process. So
okay, I have something to think about, ladies. And I really want your opinion on this, even though it may sound like I'm joking, I'm really not. So think about it. So people don't want to wear masks because they say they can't breathe very well. Okay. Mm-hmm. So as you're breathing in your own CO2, it does get to be like for a long period of time, it could harm you. What if we got little portable oxygen tanks, and you could put the oxygen, right? And you could still wear your mask and have clean air.
Well, that millennium-products.com, one thing he had at the Expo, which I really appreciated, he had these N95 masks that were thin, and they had it looked like little holes. Like it would be easy to breathe in these, because the N95, the big ones with the plastic, you can't hardly breathe in those. But this looked real, and he had 10 of them for $20, which I thought was amazing.
Yeah, I have the URL on the screen, millennium-products.com. And I looked it up, and I know that's the right one. I think, now, how do you spell millennium? Okay, got it. So
but I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, and what do you ladies think about the oxygen thing?
I think it would be great. It would be great.
I think they'll come up with all kinds of creative ways.
Right.
Yes, it will be. We'll just create. We're such an inventive species. Mm-hmm. We're so creative. I mean, I just marveled at all the companies that were shut down and started making masks.
Yes.
They changed their whole business model.
That fast.
Started making
That's right.
masks. I mean, all these things that people can do, our creativity is just so amazing.
Yes.
And I think we'll see more and more inventive things because people will not.
I'm sorry, there's a little lag time for you. I'm sorry, Peggy. I didn't mean to overrun you. I thought you were finished talking. Oh, okay. So every Monday at 12 o'clock, Lady Lou and I host a show called Work From Home. So we're teaching people how to create their own work so they don't have to rely on somebody else. Now, we do talk about jobs that they can get that they can work from home as well. But as we're on 18 weeks now that we've been doing this show, right, Lady Lou?
Wow.
We're finding that we're coming up with ways, just like Peggy Sue said, we're very inventive. Like we could come up with ways to make an income without having to be paid by somebody else. We could create something, or we could sell somebody else's product. Like I'd love to be able to be an affiliate for Millennium Products. Those look great. Yes. I'm looking at the website on my big screen over here, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
There are ways that we can do this. Peggy Sue, you kind of went into a little bit of how we're creative and how we're going to manage this. Other than work, what else do you see?
Just like we were talking last week, and this kind of a continuation, just if we all just remember, all of us who have learned what energy is and how it works, if we all just remember that we're creating our reality at every moment with our words and our actions, what kind of reality do you want to live in, and what kind of words and actions are going to get you there? It really has to keep that in the forefront of our minds, because there's so much anger and fear out there, and there's a big difference between fear and caution.
Yes,
so
you're right.
When we're talking about the Expo and that kind of thing, there are ways to be cautious, and that is an action that's creating your reality. Mm-hmm. But to be in fear is a totally different thing. And I've been telling people for years. I mean, have you noticed that it's really seems to be fashionable to be germ phobic? It has been for the last few years. A lot of celebrities talk about their germ phobia and all this stuff. And I keep saying to people, wait, you don't understand. Germs are attracted to fear.
Yes. So, low vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yes.
Wow.
So you're putting yourself in this vicious cycle.
So Karen says maybe the Wellness Expo needs a product that is as great as LaSalle or even better. That seems to be the product being promoted to kill the virus.
Well, that's where those UV ones that Millennium Products had. Those are great.
And no chemicals with the UV ones.
Exactly. So, exactly.
There's
Well, so many of the things that we spray or put on our body now for disinfectant, if we will, are toxic. The
Yes.
fragrances are chemical fragrances. They're not real. And you breathe that into your lungs and you think, oh, it's so beautiful. Well, it's not.
Right. And Young Living Essential Oils will be there, and they've got some
Oils.
great oils for that as
Yeah.
well. And doTERRA Essential Oils will be there too. Yes.
Lots of creative ways we can do things differently and be in a positive mindset and not, I mean, because let's face it, yes, Lysol and that kind of thing is good for killing germs, but it might kill you too, you know?
That's right.
Certainly don't drink it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, God, don't drink the bleach, please, people.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Well, also when you become fearful, you lower your vibration, you let in all this stuff, and then you get disconnected. You can't hear that little voice inside as clearly when you're upset.
Truly. It's, you know, when you get in that cycle, then you are creating your reality and you'll just get more to be fearful of.
Right.
Because that's what you're telling the universe you want. Oh, that's what she wants. Well, here we go. Here's something else to be afraid of, you know? It's just a never-ending cycle. And that doesn't mean throw caution to the wind and, you know, jump off a cliff. You know, no problem, I can fly. You know, there's caution and there's fear. And it's just important to know the difference. And same thing with getting into these arguments. It's the vibration of that alone is damaging.
Oh, yeah. And we get up. We don't even know better. The biggest thing, and I say this tongue in cheek, is to turn off the news, throw away the newspaper, or wrap your garbage in it, because there's just so much awful stuff out there that you don't need to know about. You can't do anything with it anyway, and it upsets you more. And like Marian said the other day, if there's a big thing going on out in the world, somebody's going to tell you about it. You don't have to go watch the news from morning till night. I have a friend who does that. First thing he gets up, he's got the CNN or one of those things turned on all day long. Why? No.
Like I said last week, they don't call it programming for nothing.
Right?
I mean, you know, it's like, what are you choosing to program yourself with?
Yeah.
Oh, ladies, I found on the Millennium Products website, I found the UV sanitizing wand.
Oh, there you go.
It kills germs off any surface, and it's portable.
Yes. Oh,
that's awesome.
Oh.
So he will not be at the expo though?
Unfortunately, it's not going to fit with his schedule. He goes all around the country, and it's not going to work this time for him.
Oh, too bad.
But that's why I wanted to share the website, because I thought people can go, and he has free shipping, and you know.
Yeah, there you go. So Lauren says, yes, by nature, something that is not natural cannot balance all of who we are.
Oh, very good.
Good point.
I like that.
Very good.
And I that's why I'm really excited that, you know, it looks like the expo is going to happen. I mean, something could happen between now and then, I suppose, but but I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see what people are offering, to just see people.
Yes, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that Tower Garden too, with Janice and Cindy Parks.
Yes.
I think that's going to be. I think people. It's really great to be independent right now. I started growing tomatoes. I have an aloe vera plant, and boy, does that grow! You know, I mean, it's amazing, and I think the more self-sufficient we are right now, the better off we're going to be.
Absolutely, I think that will be the way we will be going more and more in the future. You know, not maybe completely self-sufficient, but looking more at local produce, local farmers and
farmers markets and things like that.
It tells you to, it gives you an inspiration to be a vegetarian as well, because they're closing down all the meat packing places. You know, the butchers are just like, they can't get meat right now. So people are like freaking out. And I'm like, well, this just gives me an opportunity to be more of a vegetarian, you know? So if I have a little meat, okay. If I don't, I'm okay. I'm not a meat eater every single day, you know, type of thing.
Right. Yeah,
Never
there's
know.
lots of ways to get protein. One thing that we just discovered recently, if you take your scallions and, you know, the white part at the bottom, if you cut it off right there and then put that in water, you know, facing down so the roots are down, these scallions start growing so fast. We're like, every couple days we cut them and put them back in there. And I'm like, I never knew it was so easy to grow scallions.
Just in water.
Just in water.
Oh,
they don't even need sunlight.
Let me tell you a story I have about the tower garden. You said you had bought one, or you're going to get one. My neighbor comes over every once in a while and brings me a boatload of vegetables and all kinds of leafy greens. So one day she sent her daughter over with some kale. It was a tree. It was like she brought over a tree with these great big leaves, you know, and I was able to chop them up and put them in the freezer. And it's wonderful. You're going to get all kinds of great, wonderful fruits and vegetables off of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. I'm fascinated by that.
Me too.
They have an indoor and an outdoor one. So if you live up north and you can't do anything, you know, in the winter, there's a grow light. And you see her. Hers is indoors. And you see, as you drive by her house, it's all lit up in the front. She's got it proudly right in the front of her house. So cool.
That is so neat. And so many things are not that hard to grow. I got a citronella plant for the first time this year. And this thing is growing. I have it outside and it's just growing. It's like 5 times the size. And it's only been like 6 weeks that I've had it.
Now, are you finding that it's working for repelling mosquitoes? Because that's one of the things
I feel like it is. And when I go to water it, you can just smell it. It smells so good. I like that smell. Mm-hmm.
Well, anything to keep the mosquitoes away.
Yes, I'm big on keeping the mosquitoes away. Mm-hmm. Yes,
I love it. It's I'm really probably going to buy one of those towers. I've got to see it first.
Yeah,
but I'm fascinated by that, and I like the thought of being able to grow things indoors because the critters eat so much. You know. It's like I didn't get one fig off my fig tree this year because some of the critters got them all. And I love my figs. Now, I will say that I kind of forgot to go out. It's back in the back corner of the yard. I may have waited too late, but I didn't get any figs. We never get any pecans because the squirrels get them all, you know. It's like, I don't know.
Well,
so I'm thinking an indoor garden might be just the ticket.
Right.
Oh yeah, and it's fun I just love to watch things grow, and sometimes you can almost literally stand there and watch them grow.
Yes,
it's wonderful. It's one of those things. I don't know. It's God-given, I think. I mean, who else could make a plant grow?
Lady Wu is a master gardener, by the way, for those of you who don't know. Yes, she is. She's a master gardener, and she's growing moringa trees, and she's got all kinds of things growing out there. She's got an orchard with all kinds of fruit. I get tangerines. Oh man, boatloads of tangerines. It's awesome.
That is awesome. I want to get on that list.
Okay.
I want to get on the tangerine list. I love tangerines.
These are
juicy.
Yeah. And our tree is the big tree. We've got 3 trees. The big one is not doing well. Pat's worried about it, my nephew. So he's been checking on it and watering it extra and stuff like that. The leaves are turning yellow, and it's never done that. And it's with fruit.
Oh.
So we got to say a prayer for that tree.
Yeah.
How old is the tree? Do you know?
About 10. And it has a long life, he told me. I asked him the same thing. Well, maybe it's had its run. He says, no, they last years, many years.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll keep you informed.
Yeah. Keep us posted on the tree health.
Oh, what did Lauren say?
Best tangerines in the South.
She got some.
Aw, that's nice.
Well, just make sure I stay on that list.
On that list.
Yeah.
Hopefully by then we can have company again. Because I'm used to being up here by myself, and of course now my nephew and his wife and child are homebound too. So I've got plenty of people to talk to, and I play with Abigail. She's 7.
Oh.
I become her newest playmate. But
It'll keep you young, Lady Lo. It'll keep you young.
It's not that different for me, except I miss the grocery store and Walmart and Sam's Club. I've only been to the grocery store a couple of times, and the first 2 times, 90% of the people didn't have a mask on. And then the third time I went, just a couple of weeks ago, 90% of the people had on masks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're getting smarter.
It's definitely getting better, especially right now, because the hospitalization rates are pretty high right now. But again, we will either get through this or learn to live with it. We'll find ways to be within the COVID world, and I do believe that the more we fear it, the more we'll keep it around.
Yeah. Loosen up, as they say. Lighten up.
Lighten up. Yeah. Be cautious, but not fearful. That's
right.
The key. Cautious, but not fearful.
Yeah.
I mean, I think precautions are necessary. I mean, I don't know, but you look at AIDS, and I think about what was going on when AIDS hit the scene. And that was sort of the height of the sexual revolution. When people
put a pause on that, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah, it did.
It did. I mean, I think it had kind of gotten out of control where it was like, well, what's love got to do with it? Just have sex and
Right.
And so, wow, screeching halt.
Yeah, screeching halt.
Well,
there
it
you
wasn't
go.
a screeching halt because
for people that care, yeah.
But even now, people need to be cautious.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not gone away. It's still with us.
Right.
You have to live with that.
So Peggy, I understand you have something you'd like to share tonight.
Oh, I do. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
Yes. Well, for those of you that watched the video or haven't watched the video, it's on my YouTube channel at PeggySueSkipper.com. The Consciously Curious Causes and Cures. So a week from Thursday, I'm going to have the Consciously Curious community meeting. And the Consciously Curious is not met in any way, shape, or form in about a year. And so it's hopefully sort of a reunion. And we're going to be talking about the video and the concepts of energy. And we're going to film the meeting. It's on Zoom. We're going to record it. And I'm going to put the meeting on YouTube as well, so that people who are interested can hear what you have to say, what we all have to say about how energy works and how we might create something different. So I'm excited about that. So
you can contact Peggy at PeggySueSkipper.com. And if you email her, she will get you an invitation to the meeting.
I will do that. Absolutely.
And what time will the meeting be?
It'll be 10 a.m. on Thursday, not this Thursday, but the next one. What is that? Let me see. The 23rd. So, and my hope is that we will then meet weekly, as long as people are interested, and discuss some of the polarized topics that are going on right now and figure out how to discuss these without the polarization and discuss ways to minimize the polarization in general on social media with our friends and families. There are ways we can do that. So if we can work together and encourage each other and bring stories about how we do that, to give us some skill sets to help defuse this polarization. Big job, but we can do it.
Yes, we can do it. Well, thank you very much, Felicia, for joining us tonight. Thank you, Peggy Sue, Lady Lou. And thank you, the audience, for coming and hanging out with us. We love being here. We're here every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. And we're grateful that we are aligned with wellnessexpo.net. And we are looking forward to the time that we can all be together, even if we have to have masks on and do the elbow bump. We're excited about that.
We can start bowing. I think we should start bowing.
Okay.
I love that.
Namaste. Namaste.
It's so civilized, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to say goodbye, but we want you to stay because Peggy Sue is going to be doing a nice meditation for us. And it is the highlight of our life. So thank you for being here and enjoy. Just sit back and enjoy what Peggy Sue is going to do.
Thank you.
Bye, Felicia. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. This is welcome. This is going to be a very short meditation, about 4 minutes long now. So I would ask that you just get comfortable and relax and begin to deep breathe. And for this particular meditation, I'll ask you to breathe in deeply through your nose and exhale gently through your mouth. And really focus on your breathing. Make sure that your in-breath and your out-breath are equal lengths so that when you're receiving and giving, you're doing it in equal measure. Now, when you breathe in deeply through your nose, deep belly breath, I want you to feel that beautiful white healing love light that I'm sending you now. Breathe it in, let it saturate your body, cocoon you, and feel your body become just a little more relaxed. And then send that out on your exhale through your mouth. Send it out to everyone that's participating with us. And as we breathe this in and saturate our bodies and cocoon ourselves, we're also supercharging this energy because of the intent to share it in love. So send it out. Send that beautiful white light out. And we're going to completely cocoon the whole planet so that we are sending this love energy to all the people, animals, plants, everything, to the planet herself. Just wrapping the whole planet in this beautiful love energy. There is an endless supply. And breathe it in. And every time we breathe it in and send it out, it becomes a bit more supercharged because of our intent to share it. Feel your body become just a bit more relaxed as you breathe in that white light that I'm sending you, that everyone here with us is sending you. Let it cocoon you and send it back out to us. And just feel that give and take, that giving and receiving of love energy. Breathe it in. Deep, deep breath. Feel your body relax just a little bit more so that you become one with this energy. Seamless. Pure love. And send it out as it cocoons the whole planet and each of us and every person, every tree. And breathe it in. Relax just a little bit more. Become liquid. And send it out. We have the power to spread love this way. It's easy to do. Breathe it in. and send it out. And as we do this together, as we get into this sending and receiving back and forth process, each time it becomes stronger and warmer and more powerful, fueled by our intent. So one last time, breathe it in. Let that wrap around you and send it out. And thank you for sharing your love with me and for receiving mine tonight. So take this into your night, wake up with it tomorrow morning to endless possibilities, and keep spreading it around. Have a good night.